Well, hello and welcome all you wonderful people to the Texas Special YouTube channel, and in this final HO scale product review for August of 2025, we take a look at this Athearn Southern Pacific outside post 50-foot boxcar number 243125. This is a double door boxcar. Now, when built new, this came with the regular Athearn plastic couplers, knuckle couplers, which it still has. I was able to pick this guy up for 10 bucks. It is, as you can tell, a double door boxcar. The doors do open, although they are a little stiff. Takes some effort to get them open and closed, but they do in fact open. All of the lettering, the load and weight capacity information on this car, to my knowledge, is correct. The one thing that I do not like about this car, and it is something that I can live with given how cheap I got it, is that none of the stirrup steps on the corners of the car are still on this thing. The dude I got this thing from did not store his trains anywhere near correct. Didn't keep the original boxes, just had them sitting loose in a tray, and a lot of the stuff that he had was damaged, and I pretty much only picked A, what I needed to fill out the roster for the Stars Hollow Railroad, and B, what looked the best. So this guy has metal wheels, it has magnetic operating knuckle couplers, and it's for the most part intact with minimal damage. So all of the lettering is pretty nicely done. There's not really any fading or breakup or cracking as concerns the decals wrapping around the ribs of the side of the car body. You have these cast-on ladders. You have the waybill board here. You have the door latching. Half-height ladders, which is prototypically correct for a modern boxcar. If we look at the B end of this car, you will see that there is a handbrake wheel, separately applied plastic handbrake wheel, as well as a cast-on handbrake chain, brakeman's perch. You have the body mounted knuckle coupler, half-height ladders. You have a cast-on handrail or grab iron, whatever you'd like to call it, right here to allow someone to cross over on the prototype, to allow someone to cross over on the ladder, onto the perch, onto this walkway, to this ladder, and to the ladder on the side, which is all prototypically correct. On the roof, you'll notice there is a small little slight blemish right here. Other than that, the roof is intact and in good shape. You can see the nice reinforcement type ribbings there on each of the roof panels. And if we look at the underside of the car, you'll notice kind of scant detailing. Try to get my camera to cooperate there a little bit better. There we go. Alright, that looks like that's about as good as that's going to get. You have an emergency and service reservoir right here. You have the air brake triple valve right here, and you have the air brake cylinder or piston right here. And you do have some of the air brake rigging attached to the cast onto the underframe, the center sill of the underframe of the car. And of course you have the floor supports along the underside of the car. Now, this guy has absolutely no issues whatsoever with 18-inch radius curves. So if you find one of these at a train show for 10-15 bucks, it's a pretty dang good deal. If you have 18-inch radius curves and you're concerned about operating one of these on 18-inch radius curves, don't be. 50 feet is generally a good standard for, the biggest you can reasonably go without fear. Operating on 18-inch radius curves with body-mounted couplers. 60 foot, depending on the design of the car, or up to 60 scale feet, depending on the design of the car, is possible. But anything over 60 feet, you're really going to need truck-mounted couplers to be able to handle 18-inch radius curvature, and you're probably going to have to do some underbody work to create enough clearance for the trucks to turn a sufficient amount. I picked this guy up specifically for servicing both Clayton County lumber, because these types of box cars are used in lumber service, and also for servicing interstate fuel and oils. So I'm going to start trying to rotate my box cars through for both of those industries. I've got the Lifelike Proto 1000 SW9 on the railroad with a short local, and we will see this guy do a quick pull-in spot of Clayton County lumber.